Yo, what is going on everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today we are back at Drayton Manor. Actually, wasn't even that long ago we was here, was it?
No, it definitely wasn't.
Like a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
For their family-friendly Halloween event. But this evening, should I say, we are here for the Haunted Manor. Now, last year it was the first year of this event, and it was called Night at the Manor. Trying to think of it then, Night at the Manor. But this year it's called the Haunted Manor. So looking forward to seeing all the changes for this year. This year as well, unlike last year, there was quite a few mazes what you could do, but it was like an extra paid ticket, where we've got in free with our annual passes this year, but there's two mazes making a return, one being the Castle of Shadows and the other being the Haunted Express. However, this year they've done it a little bit differently because they're not included in the ticket price. They're actually £3 each to go in, so as a separate upcharge from your main ticket. But unlike as well last time where it was just the evening event, the park was open all day today from 10:30, and then obviously closing at 8 when the event ends. But we are here this evening because obviously this event didn't actually start till about 4 o'clock, so I think the scare zones opened up at 4:15. So we've got scare zones this year, which we didn't have last year. There's one in Vikings, one in Adventure Cove. Looking forward to checking them out today here at the Haunted Manor. What about you, Maze?
I am very excited, and yeah, just see what they've got in store for us this year. I think it is quite a nice touch how, like Miss said, they have opened the park all day, so if you did just want to do the park, you can like extend the time really. But yes, hopefully, I mean, it wasn't too scary last year. I want it to be a bit scarier this year, but I know it's
hoping so.
I know it's Drayton Manor, so it might not be as scary as I'm wanting. But hopefully, as long as we get some good jump scares in, then
we'll be happy with that.
I'll be happy with that, yeah. Because even like when I go in the dark steps up towers, you can still get you in there, even though it's more family friendly. Like, still do some good jump scares. So yeah, so jump scares, that is what I'm after, and hopefully, yeah, they're decent in length. Like, hopefully they're not too short, and yeah, hopefully it's a good event. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So this event is recommended for ages 10+. So if you're bringing younger children, then that's obviously just mainly for the daytime event. However, you can still bring, obviously, families can still come to this event. But they recommend for the mazes, like that's 10+. And as always, actually, like last year, they had a fireworks spectacular at the end, and same again this year, but obviously a new one. So look forward to seeing the new display for this year, seeing what that's like. It's pretty good last year, as of what I can remember from it. So really looking forward to checking it out. So I suppose without any further ado, it is a nice evening. So we're going to get in the park now and go and check out this event. So we've got the scare zones, we've got the scare mazes, and actually one thing to mention, the Haunted Express is on a time ticket. So unlike last year where you just queued for everything, it's a time ticket. So hopefully, because the Haunted Express queue last year was absolutely ridiculous. Like, I think we was queuing over an hour for it. So we're hoping with the upcharge and obviously the time, like the time frames they've got, that you've had to book in for, it's going to hopefully be straight on. But
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed we're not waiting this long, but yeah, obviously, hopefully, they've only sold so many, so hopefully we're not waiting for ages for that. Then yeah, it'll make the night go much smoother. We can crack on.
That's it.
Stuff.
So 2 scare attractions that are upcharge. We've got 2 scare zones. We've got the Haunting Reclaimed, so we'll go and check that out as well. And then obviously we've got the fireworks. So let's get in the park now. We'll go and check out what this event holds for this year at the Haunted Manor. Okay, so we made it into Adventure Cove, and this is the scarometer for literally all the attractions. So we've got Chaos Cove, which is what we're just about to walk through now, which is a 2 pumpkin. That's one of the scare zones. We've got the Haunting Reclaimed, and then we've got Vikings, the scare zone, which is also a 2. And then they're the 2 paid ones right at the bottom here, the Castle of Shadows, the Haunted Express, both on 3 pumpkins. So here we are at the first scare zone, Chaos Cove. Live scare actors in this area from 4:15 to 7:15. Here we go.
Hello? What's this? What is it?
It's a camera.
Very bright. Blinding. Oh God. It's a camera. I better make sure my hair's looking nice.
Oh, it looks perfect.
I'm Boinky, and my friend, my brother over there, is very scary. He bites, so be very careful.
We will. Gotta be very careful, Maze. Oh, there's one there.
This is my Bugatti.
Is this your car?
She doesn't have much mileage on her, so she doesn't go anywhere. What are you saying?
Here we go into the Vikings area. It's looking very lit up tonight. Oh, here we go. There we go, we got a skull here. There's another guy here.
Nice bit of theme in there.
Yeah. So there it was, Vikings. Those two actors in there, and one thing as well to mention is that all these scare zones have a scare-free route if you basically don't want to face the actors. So that was the first two scare zones actually. So we got Chaos Cove and Adventure Cove, and then we've got the bit in Vikings just there which we've been through. To be honest, I did think there was going to be a little bit longer and more actors. What about you, Maze?
Yeah, I thought there probably would be a little bit more. Like, obviously the zones was very sort of small, and I think they both had just one little bit of theming in each, didn't they, Miss? It wasn't really too much theming.
Yeah, like the Vikings had the skull, and then over in Adventure Cove they had the
Dodgem's car.
Yes, yeah. I mean, well, they did have that circus bit as well, where the bubbles and the effects were coming out of. I don't know, I was expecting the whole sort of area to be like full of them, but I suppose it's an improvement from last year because we didn't see any scare zones last year, so it's definitely
it's got something,
it's definitely better. But yeah, I was hoping for maybe a couple more actors or something in there, because obviously when a lot of people are going through as well, you're not really getting them coming up to you that much. I mean, we did because we're literally shining a torch right on them.
I think that's sort of what you have to do to get the attention.
But because there's a lot of people going through them and they're only little zones, they are a bit crowded. So then we're obviously only two actors. You're not really going to get them coming up to you that much. But all in all, I'm quite happy with them. But I think they do need to be a little bit probably longer, like more like a sort of a walk-through experience rather than just a few steps through to get into the area.
Yeah, because it's pretty much it's not much. You literally get from A to B pretty quickly. You sort of have to walk sort of around the area. Otherwise, you could probably just walk straight through and not get any sort of action. So maybe just a few more actors. I feel like we say that a lot, but I feel like it is needed.
That's basically what it's needed. So there is actually a DJ on as well on the Haunted Manor stage. So that's just playing a DJ playing just some bangers, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we will show you a little bit, but obviously can't put too much on from there. But we will put a little few clips on from there. So obviously we've still got the two attractions to do, but we're not in there till later. So it possibly is time for some rides in the dark, but we are going to keep an eye on the queue times because they do seem pretty long in the Vikings area, and the queue times for actually the attractions as well are still pretty long. So we're going to have to bear that in mind. But we'll go and check out the rest of the event. Maze giving it some, it's popping off on this main stage right here.
Here he is. Oh, he's pulling me in. Oh, here he is.
We've got some food before we continue on with the rest. of the attractions. So we've gone to the fish and chip shop. I've got a portion of regular chips, curry sauce, and I've got a bottle of Fanta fruit twist. Mates, what have you got over there?
Right, so what I have is pretty much the same. So I have me chips with curry sauce, but I've gone with a Sprite. So it's just a different drink.
So we're going to get this eaten and then we're going to queue for the Castle of Shadows and get our first paid attraction.
Just like you.
Reap the rewards. Enjoy.
Here we go, through the Castle of Shadows. Ready for this one, Maze?
Somewhere. Fine. It's yours.
It's got that smell in here again. I think I've got some webs attached to me actually.
You should have died in the ingredient room! This is not what the script is saying! We must leave the library! You must leave the library! You're ruining the ritual library! You're all leave!
We must leave the library, Maze.
Some good things in there.
That one definitely did get me a little bit. Didn't see that one. We just come out the Castle of Shadows. So that is returning for this year. And to be fair, it is different this year. They have definitely made some changes in there, haven't they? So we had a couple of scenes. So they put us all in that room like you would have seen on the footage, because we was allowed to record in there. So went in that room, and then it all went dark, sound effects and stuff happened, and there was that banging.
Yeah.
So that added to it a little bit. And then literally it was just the actors sort of guiding us through, getting us through pretty quick, like saying get out and all that.
I know. I thought I'd just come in. Like, what do you mean?
I do like the theming actually, what they have done. I think it was a better theme this year. Definitely did see some new theming pieces, because last year it was mainly just like all like dark corridors and cages and sort of fences and stuff like that. So I think definitely it's improved on the theming level, but I felt like it was a bit shorter this year. I don't know if you did, Maze.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether it's because we were just walking through it so quick, or, you know, whether it is just a little bit shorter, because they do kind of have that sort of upbeat tone about it, like how they want you to, quickly
get out.
But yeah,
So it could have been.
Yeah, so it could have. There was a bit. Like I said, there was a bit of walking when there wasn't too many actors going on. They had like the little sections, so you sort of knew when they was sort of coming up. Because they had like all the theming sections, didn't they? So
yeah. When we went to the library, actually, they had all those. So there was actually a real one, weren't there? But all those sort of statues with the
masks.
The masks. I don't know. They're like sort of like rams, aren't they? Like with the horns and stuff. But yeah. So one of them was real. I don't think they actually got it on the footage though, because as I walked past, they sort of started moving.
It sort of got a bit more behind.
Yeah. But they definitely got me with that jump scare right at the end there, because it was pitch black. Like I couldn't really see much, and the footage probably wouldn't have picked it up really either. But I think it's because I was holding this as well, and I couldn't really see what was in front of me, and then I got that jump scare right at the end. But apart from that, I think that's the only one I really got. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only one I really sort of got a bit was when that one that was supposed to be a statue jumped out. It sort of got me a little bit, but not too much. So yeah, not too many jump scares, but it wasn't too bad. There was a few actors in there.
Yeah, I would say there was quite a decent amount of actors in there. And to be fair, the attraction to walk through is only £3, so
it is. So that's got to be taken into consideration.
It's got to be taken into consideration. Like, it's not very expensive to walk in, so if it was more, you'd expect more. But for a £3 attraction, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah,
so,
pretty good value for £3. But if you if you was paying more like £5, you expect a little bit more.
A little bit more. Yeah. And speaking of paid attractions, so the next one, the Haunted Express, is making a return, and that is also £3. So we're going to see how they compare and if they should be priced the same. But that was a train ride last year with the headphones. So we're going to head over there now, because that is a timed time slot. So we've booked in there at 7:10, and that's in about 10 minutes. So we're going to head over there now and key for that, and we'll review the Haunted Express when we get off. And hopefully, just like this one, we'll be able to get some clips along the way as well for you. So we got a quick update. We've literally just queued about half an hour for the Haunted Express. And they've only just told us that they're going to reopen it up after 8 o'clock, so after the fireworks. So we're currently waiting for the fireworks. We're on about, just over 5 minutes now. And then we're going to go to the Haunted Express after.
I'm waiting for another half an hour probably.
Basically, yeah. I mean, if we would have said before, we could have got some rides in the dark, but I suppose that's just how it is.
Yeah. I mean, they did have a bit of a weird system going, because they was like pulling people from early times straight on the train.
Straight on, yeah.
And it was just a bit of a weird system.
We'll watch fireworks, get them on, and then we'll see you after we're going to the Haunted Express. sets of coin.
Oh yeah, nice and
Hour
snazzy.
later. But here we go on the Haunted Express. See how it is for this year.
Yeah, hopefully worth the wait.
That was a Haunted Express right there at the end, and it's 9 o'clock now, so the park's actually been closed an hour, but they did keep it going obviously because obviously the time ticket thing I don't think has really sort of worked out. I think they've either sold too many or it's just basically been how it is today.
Yeah.
But we managed to get on it in the end, but I think personally the Haunted Express was better last year. It had 2 stops, whereas this year it only had 1 stop, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was because they was trying to just finish it off, because like you said, the audio was obviously the same, and it was like the train is restarting, but it kept on going. So
yeah, it never stopped, and we was the last train to be fair. So we don't know whether they just sort of cut a little bit out because we're the last train. Which, if that is the case, it is a bit unfortunate. Like it wouldn't have made much difference. But yeah, it just didn't really go with the audio because the train was moving, but obviously the audio was saying we're restarting the train, so it's like.
So we had 1 stop anyway in there, where obviously the guys on the train were shining the lights at some of the actors along the way. But they had some more actors actually last year, in the fence. I remember them running at the fence. That wasn't the same this year. I think mainly, like we were saying, it was happening on the right-hand side. You got some on the left, didn't you? But mainly it was on the right.
It pretty much, everything was going off on the right, like all the scenery. But near the end, as we was getting out, there was a couple of skeletons over the fence reaching over. So that's all that was really going off on the left side. It was pretty much all on that side.
But the firework display was brilliant as always. Like it was last year, it was about 7.5 minutes, I think roughly, but no complaints there. Like it did have the audio, it wasn't as loud actually, but I think that was because he was using it on the stage instead of just all around the area. But no complaints with the fireworks, absolutely amazing display as always. And then obviously we had the Castle of Shadows as well, which was the paid one. We did review that, but that was changed up, so that was nice to see. Whereas the Haunted Express was pretty much exactly the same as last year. I think maybe they used some new costumes, but it was pretty much exactly the same. But I think it has so much more potential, doesn't it, like the Haunted Express?
Yeah, I mean the Haunted Express does have the potential. I think it's just the whole operations with the Haunted Express, it's just takes so long. They definitely need like 2 trains. I know it's easier said than done, just put another train on there. But also, as it's going,
especially if you've not got one. But.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially as you're going round as well, I think they could definitely theme it better because there's only a couple of little bits that are themed. So I feel like they could theme it better and they could have more actors in there. So it could be better, and it's like easy to say and if it went a bit slower, but then obviously it's going to take longer to get through the queue. So so it's quite a hard one, but it definitely has the potential to be so much better.
And obviously we didn't really have time for rides in the dark as well because we queued for that before. So because we queued for an hour after as well, we definitely wasn't getting on it before the fireworks. No. So it would have been nice for probably them to say a bit before we started queuing. However, that's just basically what they did. Like basically about 20 minutes before the fireworks started, they went and told everyone. Didn't they?
They did, so. I mean, he probably wasn't planning on doing that. That's probably why. But it is a bit unfortunate because if we was told that straight away, we could have gone and gotten something. But
we would have been able to get some rides in the dark then. But overall, I think it did seem pretty busy actually. Definitely a lot busier than it was in the day last time we came for the family event. But that is the Haunted Manor for this year. So that is all the Halloween vlogs up now. So now the next one coming will be the fireworks spectacular at Alton Towers. So looking forward to that. As always a brilliant display. So watch out for that coming up shortly after this one. But as always, if you did all enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And thank you so very much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.